Thokozani, I am Paul Abadimu, the advocate of Idlozi, and once again, I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for choosing to view this video. If you still haven't subscribed to the channel, I suggest you do so, and don't forget to click on the notification button so that you are notified every time there is new content on the channel. Don't forget to like this video, leave your comments down below, and also share our YouTube channel. Welcome to another episode of Idlozi Chats. It has been another, packed, busy week as usual. But you know what? I figured out that there is no reason to actually complain. I just need to be grateful because busy means healing work is done, and I'm submitting all of my healing files into the spirit, and all is moving as supposed to be moving. Welcome to another episode of Idlozi Chats. Well, today we are going to be talking about spiritually gifted kids and how we get to maneuver that. Not necessarily going into much depth, but how I step in as a spiritual healer, because I saw this a lot in terms of my clients within the past week, and I then decided to sit down and I was very delighted when I could deliver the message that I am going to share with you. So if you are spiritually gifted or there's a spiritual child in your family, sheshubabize, because this video is just for them. With my journey, it's no secret that it was a turbulent journey. A spiritual journey, it is never easy. And it is such a tricky journey to maneuver, especially if there is no support system. And I was looking back at myself. I was around 16, 15, and I was going through the most, because believe it or not, when you're gifted, from the day you're born until the day you realize your gift, until the day you are called and now need to accept your calling, everything about your life is literally gonna be a movie. So it's something that most kids don't necessarily talk about, or people that are spiritually gifted don't necessarily address, because that is why you find that as spiritual healers, as much as singatwasa sqede, but there will be a gap that is there that affects someone. And that's why sometimes we find ourselves with mental health problem, with traumas and all of those things, because that is a buildup from one's childhood. I mean, your childhood shapes the adult you become, so if your childhood was you being the odd child out, standing out, not in a fun way, and your life being nothing but a misery, then obviously in your adulthood you are bound to go through depression of some sort, even if it doesn't start then. But there are traces of depression that start when you now probably adolescent stage, and moving on and moving on and moving up. So I didn't have that support system myself, and it is when I started my healing work that I felt younger people, when I say younger people, spiritually gifted kids, would actually feel safer to talk to me, to come to me, to bring their parents to me, so that I could actually validate that, hey, lumtana lona unesipho, because sometimes also parents can be the biggest factor contributing to the child not actually answering their spiritual calling. So I've seen this a lot. But prior to my big pause, I actually had sessions whereby I would assist kids and all of those things, and that is something and we are back on that road, because I saw now, even with my clients these days, I've been consulting a lot of teenagers, and in most cases, some of them are so underage that I've had to ask them to come back for another session, to book for another session in consent with their parent, because guys, and there is nothing I will do emntwaneni without the consent of the parent, be it they are aware or not aware of izinto zedlozi. But I cannot take that advantage just because I'm a spiritual healer. End up ngumntwana ngiyamhlahluba, yes, because you find ukuthi umntwana 16, 17, and right now everything is technology. I mean, there are teenagers that are subscribing to my content, and as well they feel that, you know what, maybe Gogompo is going to be able to understand us better because she looks young, she looks relatable, and she's open, you know, about everything. And that is where it comes in. And I've also had to experience that type of clientele, because I believe that every week the work I do is just translating to the work I'm gonna teach about or help people about. Because I was saying the other day to myself that it feels as though I'm starting a new spiritual journal, and the pattern of problems or clients' problems that I encounter in Lumbeni gives me a speck of, oh, this is something that people really need to understand about, because I cannot be healing 2, 3, 5 people banengulo efanayo, then clearly there is something that amadlozi want me to do, or want me to see, or want me to reach out and help. Because also me sitting here, I am still endumbeni and doing my spiritual work. So coming back to today's topic, being spiritually gifted is not an easy thing, whether you're old or you are young. And that is why uthola in most cases abantu abadala whereby bahlushwa idlozi, kuba a struggle ukuthi umuntu avume idlozi noma aboniswe indlela zakhe, because the delay of the calling throughout the years, uma usuvuthwa usukhula idlozi selibona ukuthi now you can handle this journey, now you can handle this gift. We tell amadlozi, no, pause, don't do this. But there are ways in which we do all of those things, you know. There are ways in which not good nje umanuthule and carry on with your life and think that idlozi is going to figure out that you're out here living your best life and idlozi lizokubona after 40, you know. There's certain procedures, because umntwana o gifted kunendlela esimkhulisa ngayo, kunendlela esenza izinto ngayo, kunendlela esimpahlele ngayo. You just don't do those things off by the top of your mind. There's certain steps, because the umntwana lona umntwana osuke athwele emadlozi, be it they are the maternal or paternal side, but umntwana o gifted. So you see lezo impawu lezi ezisuke zikhona emntaneni, because in most cases some parents come to me frustrated saying, gogo umntanami is being rebellious, umntanami is doing this. Because listen, once your child hits a certain age, especially I say around 14, 15 or 16, they go through a self-discovery page, a chapter. And in most cases, abanye, they trickle out of control. Uthola umntwana around that stage, they do experience some level of spiritual awakening at some adult stage or teenage stage, whatever it be. But now the separation comes between umntwana on a calling nomntwana ongana calling. On a calling uzogoa. So abanye abantwana idlozi liba affected differently. Uthola ukuthi umunye umntwana is struggling with the books, omunye umntwana uyastruggle ukugraspa izinto esikoleni. I remember abantwana abaningi engifunde nabo bebakhishwa, let's say like bakhishwa esikolweni bayise ku slow learner school. 30%, or even let me just say 50% of those kids today, when I meet them, those were my old schoolmates, but and it is because our educational system does not cater for our African spirituality or gifted kids. That is why kuba ne gap esuke ibe khona. If umntana is slow learner esikolweni, kusuke kunezinto ezikhona, we get to look at all of those things. I'm not saying umntana wonke umntana osuka slow esikolweni une calling, but kunabantwana ubona ukuthi lona usuka valwe idlozi akakhona ukugraspa next esikoleni, omunye mhlambe esikoleni uya collapse every time, omunye kunezinto azisenzayo esikoleni, uthola ukuthi esikoleni end up abanka isikolo, nini umntwana seka yaphuza, nini umntwana ayenzani, nini umntwana ayenzani. So that is the whole process of transitioning into your new chapter or your new stage of your living life, of your physical life as umntwana wedlozi. You need to go through it. If you don't go through it and go around it, it's gonna catch up with you at a later stage. Uma usumdala. You know, I've spoke to kids whereby they were on the verge of suicide because of schooling system and what it has done to them. They were laughed at school by uvukwa idlozi. Abanye abantwana end up actually dropping out. Obviously umuntu maseka drop out without the proper support system. End up nje sekayinto nje emhlabeni ayiphilela ayijolela if ayijolela nini uzubathi umntwana khona umeet nini, there's nothing going on around them nini uzumntwana. So there is no support structure esuke igruma lo mntwana loyo, because idlozi noma a spiritual gift abuhlukanga kunobukhosi. We groom you from a young age. Umntwana azi ukuthi this is who I am. This is how my life is, you know, because omunye umuntu umntwana nimtshela ukuthi no, you are spiritually gifted, and then nimshiya njalo. Omunye umntwana, it's too much to comprehend at that particular age or that particular time. So that is where we come in, or rather I come in as a spiritual healer, and I saw the gap for that because I've been doing that work, but you know, I felt, let me come here and talk about it to also assist my younger subscribers, to tell them that the door is more than open. You don't have to just send me DMs or send me emails. I see you because I have been in your shoes at some point. Remember, as a healer, everything you go through in life, it is for your betterment to become a better healer. You cannot heal ungana history or your life from one perspective, because I say your life's experiences are your journal of healing, and every now and then you go back to that, and we are umuntu in reference to into oyaziyo, because we are not only sympathizing but we are also empath. We feel and walk this life with you, whatever inkinga osuke uhlangabezane nayo. So I know firsthand how it was growing as a spiritually gifted child. It was very challenging. So I am here today to say to you that I am opening my channels to consult and assist the younger generation. If they feel ukuthi gogo, you know what, there's something going on with you, I am opening those doors, you know, from whatever age. If you're gonna consult with your parents, it is allowed. That's what I normally prefer, because you find sometimes umntwana khona is 14 and they are crying on the phone. They don't even understand. Immediately when I now have to sit down and consult with you, it becomes a challenge, because even the language, once I'm working, I'm in the spirit, you understand, and also exposing umntwana to lezo zinto lezo, because we go through traumatic experiences. Umntwana utshela ukuthi unegidi, usekafaka ibihlalo, usekamela adla igobongo. You don't explain to a child ukuthi this is the situation and everything around that. So I'm able to facilitate into ezifana njengalezo for spiritually gifted kids. And I'm talking from 14 ukuyele phezulu. If you're a mom and you're watching this and you know umuntu over 21, they are more than welcome to make their own decision and say, Gogo, no, please help me. But umuntu who's below the age of 21 sometimes needs a certain level of guidance, even though they can feel that they are grown. But they do need some form of support or guidance of some sort. So I have got messages, you know, from a school or two where they wanted me to come talk to their youngins, Ama2K, in terms of this African spirituality and umuntu onedlozi. You know, it broke my heart, because this is something that I would speak about in passing. You know, when I get time, I want to do this. This is the situation that I've done. Or I want to get into. But now when I saw the type of people that were reaching out, Gogo, please come and give a talk at our school. You are relatable, you are young, and the kids will understand better from it coming to you, from you. Because I remember the first time I did something like this, they gave me a class, right? And abantwana that wanted to be there, because it was not something that was paparazzi, but our teachers, they identified abantwana in that school abanedlozi. So what happened is that I was given a class. And I sat down with those kids and I spoke to them in that class without the noise of the whole school, because nabo they were like, we feel secluded, we feel these things. Omunye umuntu mina ngikhululiswa ama-beads, omunye gogo I can't wear amabhayi wami. These are the issues that were raised. Omunye akutshela ukuthi ekhaya they don't understand izinto zamadlozi gogo. Anginamali, what do I do? That is when I come in. So if your kid, if you are basically from a certain age, I'll say a teenagers or spiritually gifted kids consultations, I will sort you out guys, and know ukuthi uma uye ekhaya uyotshela umama akho ukuthi mama sizohamba sikugogo mpho, umama azi ukuthi this is kufuze alungise kangakanani to come and see me, because I figured that is how we are gonna work, because I don't want anyone to abuse anybody. I'm literally sitting here going to assist you and ngokusize ngezinto ezisuke zigulisa. So if you feel that kunendlela, or rather there is a gift ekhona empilweni yakho, and you want to reach me for my services or whatever, speak to your parents. You're allowed to attend the session with your parents, but the session is just for you. We are putting umama noma ubaba or siswako or malume or whoever there, so that they can also jot down from the consultation ukuthi this is what's happening ngomntwana wethu, and but the minute niza la endumbeni, I am now ngizobe ngisefa from all angles if you want to come and see me. So I will put that up on my services list as well. And to those that have been WhatsApping me and they are saying, Gogo, I'm in school, I'm still young, and I can't consult umntwana without the consent of the parents, because ezinye izinto engizosuke ngikutshele zona, it might come to you as a shock or overwhelming, you know. An exception is done if mhlampe kini they do not understand anything spiritually related, but I am giving myself or putting myself out there to do umsebenzi wedlozi. And I want to take this as far as our education system. Why isn't our education system catering for gifted kids? From the moment we assembly to everything we are done in school, we are being fed Christianity, and nothing compensates for abantwana bedlozi. Akukhona ukuthi maybe in a school kube ne session or a period. I remember even in life orientation we taught about all religions and nothing about African spirituality. When is our education system gonna stop putting our kids under a program and liberating our kids? Because at the end of the day, they are the very same people that they want to put in this nonsense system so that they don't realize their powers as African people. So as an advocate of idlozi, my work is not just to wear amabai and look saucy and ngibe isangoma esibabayo. My work is serious and it's deep. Outside of all of that, it goes deeper than just what you see. So to those parents that have identified ukuthi, you know what, mhlawumbe umntanami is rebellious or whatever the case, maybe kunengulo yedlozi, please reach out to me through my consultation services or whatever the case might be, and I am willing to step in and assist. If umntanakho kunedlozi elikhona elimhluphayo, I'm able to assist umntanakho ngeinsebenzo ezithizeni, siphahlisa umntwana simenzeleni, and then at a later stage you are able to also come back to me if umntwana usesesikoleni or sekeqedile, bese now I'm also able to facilitate and let you know ukuthi, you know what, Gogo, this is what you do. Or if umntwana is struggling at school, I'm able to facilitate and assist langzo khona and help you. So I've opened up that door for my youngins. You are able to consult virtually and you are able to consult physically depending on what you prefer. So make sure that you are ready as yourself, because you are not coming to me while you are still ring. Make a decision and stick with it. You know, this is your life. I wish I had Empoa Badimu when I was growing up, because it would have made a lot of things easier for me. Kunezinto that I go into depth to that we discussed that I would not necessarily speak about here on camera. I'm able to assist you to maneuver your life so that ungazitholi uma usumdala. Because what happens to us, I don't want to lie, we grow up different. We go through ephehlweni, it's the trauma, and then that trauma ihlangane ne-trauma yempilo yakho yonke. Mase siqede ephehlweni, we go into mental health problems, and it's not because sisuke sithanda, but it's because now after all of this uthwasile, and then you think now life is supposed to be smooth, and then the going gets tougher. Who do you run to? Who do you cry to? Because also I feel that as a healers, you cannot heal from a broken place. I always say this. You cannot. I used to cry about my journey until I spoke about my journey and never cried anymore. That I healed from that. But sharing my experience was me reliving that moment and being like, I was victorious. I went through this. Sisuke sesigwema nokuthi abantwana bazithole basezandleni zama-rapists who are posing themselves to be spiritual healers abafuna ukulekelela basize iy'ngane zenu, especially now esikhathini esiphila kaso. Also, learning to also keep your kids protected, because umntwana who's spiritually gifted is always a target in the spiritual. We teach them to take care of themselves spiritually, sexually, and all of these things so that they protect and nurture their gift. Ungeke uthole umntwana or gifted astragila after all of these things we have done and I have facilitated. So omunye umntwana uzombona kunokugula unexplainable. Gogo mkhulu, I'm talking to you. Letha umntwana sikwazi ukuthi simsize. Umele sihlungise emsam, silungise emadlozini, usizakale nawe njengomzali. Don't feel ukuthi uzali isiqalekiso sengane cha. Kunabantwana vele aba rebellious by choice abasile, but there are kids that are sick abahluphekayo ngokomoya. Umntwana umusuthi uhlala naye phansi uvisisane nenkinga yakhe, uthole ukuthi umntwana, the situation is deeper. I've had a situation whereby umntwana has come to consult and weza noma wakhe. And she couldn't be bold ukuthi gogo, this is what I'm going through. Waqala ukuthi ngicela umama aphume, because we find that also these strict parents stop being so strict ebantwaneni benu. You becoming monsters, and they need to be able to open up to you so that you can also help them. And in most cases abantwana benu baguliswa yikhwama zasemagini la nina nibuya khona, la nina ningafunanga ukunderstand ukuthi idlozi likhona nalithuka nalibiza ngazo zonke inhlamba. So now we are raising a generation of woke kids. So don't judge the kids. Akekho umntana ozicelelayo idlozi, akekho umntana ozicelelayo ingulo. You understand? There's a lot of things that esindlula kuzo thina abantwana abengulo, but you don't hear us crying about it every 2 seconds. You understand? It is there. You learn to live with that. You learn to live with the public scrutiny that you're gonna, just because uyisangoma, just because you died. Especially they tell you, literally we take that lightly. I got to experience that at a highest level. And I'm like, to anyone, if you don't understand me, don't understand me. I won't force you to understand me. And you don't have to. But the truth of the matter is, there's a lot happening in terms of our African spirituality, and abantwana manje are finding things through the internet. So it's umntana angakhuliswa kuphela internet, but let us be open ekhaya, sibe practical. Umntana makavuka or anama mood swings or whatever, you are able to assist. Ushisa impepho ubone ukuthi no, selifikile lekhehla or noma selifikile lesalukwazi, idlozi alinacala alinamona futhi, and anyeke limoshela umntana wakhe impilo, because abanye bajike varsity, thina sajike varsity, 3rd year in, dropped out because of idlozi. So if there was empowered in my life, mhlampe but everything happens for a reason, because it had to happen like that so that I could sit here today and be able to facilitate you. So eksese khona ubunyanga beqiniso, kusese khona ukuphila ngaphakathi kumthetho weshoba. And that is why I'm saying ukuthi, to you youngins watching me, don't be an enemy to your gift. Don't look at yourself as though you are cursed. You are blessed, you're a chosen one, and you are going to make a difference in this living world. So don't feel like you're alone. I am here and will always be here to assist wherever I can. God and Lozi allowingly 6 seasons last year corner, because at the end of the day, life is spiritual. life is spiritual. Kubuhlungu ubone umntwana ekhala engana support system ekhalela ukuthi ekhaya why bangixhasa why bangisayitlana just because of ledlozi engazibizelanga lona. So let's be better parents, let us be better families, let us be better people, let us be better healers, and let us be better young gifted kids. You know, let us be better youngins. You know, that's what I'm gonna say. So don't be ashamed. Own it. Say, yes, I am young and spiritually gifted. That's who I am. Don't be ashamed, because we now go to these multiracial schools where you're being force-fed other religions and all of these things, and you don't understand. Just because you don't understand. They don't understand. Listen, black child, you are not alone. So that is it from me as the advocate Idlozi. I was here to deliver loyo mlayezo and oneindlebe uzwile. And to ninabo gogo nabomkhulu who are still in their spiritual journeys, struggling whatever, ningasabi ukuthola usizo. It is never too late. It is never too late. Ungafisi ukuthi kuwebe ngangimncane. Everything happens as how it's supposed to happen, so that you could be where you are today and see things ngendlela osuke uzibona ngazo. So phakama uye kuguliswa idlozi, uye kuxakiswa isipho sakho. Isipho sakho siyamandla wakho, sizokuphilisa sikulethele impilo engcono. Kodwa I must say this. Being a gifted or a chosen child is not an easy title to carry. It comes with a lot of things. Your gift is not for you. Isipho sakho mntanedlozi for wena. It's useless. See useless. Like I understand. I see useless for wena. Ne? But isipho sakho sokuthi siphilise isizwe, silaphe abantu, silaphe la sikhona khona. We are healers from the day we are born until the day we go into the afterlife. And that is the reality. So don't feel like you are omniscient to life or whatever the case might be. You're gonna go through everything that you can think of, you know, depending on ukuthi i-destiny yakho, indlela yakho ikusaphi. So phila mntanedlozi uphole, angeke uzilaphe wena. Funa impilo ngaphandle, okuhlala endlini ukuyitshela ukuthi hayi kuzolunga. Cha mntanedlozi, you need to go out uyofuna impilo kuze uzophola. Abantu bakulindile. I always say this. Think of yourself as the generator. And all of these connections, these extension cord, are linked to this one generator, which is you. An extension cord are all these people you are meant to meet and help and heal in this living life. So until this generator edumayo nje kuphela engakhiphi power ukuthi ilayitise le eminye imizi, le generator izo end up ifokola ifa ingasalungiseki. But uma sikusiza ngokwedlozi wena generator, you are now able to light up these other houses, because nabo they are generators in other people's life. So don't hog your power, don't hog your gift thinking that it's demonic or whatever. It's 2023. We are enlightened ones. If anything, don't tell me about religion. Religion has got our people stuck in mental shackles. Liberate yourself and find out who you are. Do not be afraid to embark on that journey. So before I go anywhere than this, I will see you on our next video of Low Z Chat. My work numbers are here. Reach out. You got more than welcome to send an email, but in most cases, should you wish to book for a session with me, my numbers are here. I have just to make this announcement, we have now separated our consultations days. So on Monday and Tuesday, I am going to be doing international consultation. That is people that are abroad due to different time zones and all of that. So I have to set out designated hours within my day so that I'm able to assist them. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, I am doing locales lekker. That is all of us. That is you and I and me and everything around us. I'm able to do those virtual consultations. And then And then on Friday and Saturday, I'm doing live consultations whereby laba bafuna ukuzongibona bangipotoze bangibambe bangihage bangibheke eye to eye are able to come and see me on a Friday and Saturday. And then insebenzo esuke zibekiwe, whether it be a cleansing or whatever insebenzo that are gonna be handled on Saturdays on Sundays. So prior to this, I was not working on Sundays and Mondays, but because job and then I go a day off. But side note, I want to go on a rest. I want to go on a rest, but it's too early for me to speak like that. Umsebenzi usesemningi generate yaduma and then naming sakhanyisa ezama ma extension cord. So that was the new announcement. So if anything else, I am available on Instagram at Mpo Wabadimu and on Threads at Mpo Wabadimu. If anything else, thank you so much for being a part of this channel, and don't forget to subscribe. If you just walked in, just click on that subscription button and click on the notification button so that you are notified every time I upload new content on the channel. Woo! Life with braces is hard. Imagine sitting from 9 to 5 doing consultation with this mouth. It's too much. It's too much. But anyway, guys, I will see you very soon. From myself, the advocate of Idlozi, Ukoko Unkomyahlaba, Umama Gazweli, no Puntununus, I will be seeing you on our next video of Lozi Chat. It was a pleasure for spending the last couple of minutes with you. Thokozani.